Hello everyone, my name is Raya Liza. Today I will talk about architectural history behind the walls of Kota Tua. Kota Tua is often seen as tourist area, a place where people come take photos, visit museum or enjoy old buildings. However, Kota Tua is more than just a visual attraction. Behind its walls, there is a story about how Jakarta began and how the city developed over time. In this video, I will talk about architectural history behind the walls of Kota Tua. Through this area, we can understand not only old buildings, but also history, urban development, and the role of architecture in shaping a city. Tua is located in North Jakarta, close to Sunda Kelapa Harbor. This location played an important role in the past because sea transportation was very important during the colonial era. Areas near the harbor became centers of activity. From this location, Batavia was built, which later grew into the city of Jakarta. The history of Kota Tua started in the 17th century during the Dutch colonial period. At that time, Kota Tua was planned as the center of government and trade. Important buildings such as government office, courts, warehouses, and public squares were built close to one another. This made administration and control easier for the colonial government. However, Batavia also faced many problems. Floods, disease, and unhealthy environmental conditions were common. This challenge strongly influenced how buildings were designed. Architecture in Kota Tua was not only about appearance, but also about survival and function. If we look at the buildings in Kota Tua, we can clearly see the characteristic of Dutch colonial architecture. Many buildings have thick walls, large windows, high ceiling, and symmetrical shapes. These elements were designed with purpose. Large windows help air circulate inside the building, which is important in a tropical climate. High ceiling allow hot air to rise, making rooms feel cooler. Thick walls help reduce heat and also make the building stronger. This shows how European architectural ideas were adapted to local conditions. As time went on, architectural styles in Kota Tua began to change. In the early 20th century, styles such as Art Deco appeared. Art Deco buildings are easier to recognize because they are simpler decoration and geometric forms. Compared to earlier colonial buildings, these structures look more modern and practical. This change in architectural style reflects change in society. The city was moving towards a more modern lifestyle, and architecture followed this shift by becoming more functional. The function of Kota Tua has also changed. In the past, it was the center of government and trade. Today, Kota Tua serves as a place for tourism, education, cultural activities. Many old buildings have been reused as museums, galleries, and public space. This transformation shows that historic buildings can still be useful today. With proper care, old architecture can continue to serve new purpose without losing its historical value. Preserving Kota Tua is not easy. Many buildings are very old and face problems such as damaged material and structural aging. Modern activities and large number of visitors also create challenge for conservation. Because of this conservation is very important, conservation does not mean making old buildings look new. It means protecting their original form, material, and historical meaning while keeping them safe to use. Kota Tua is an important part of Jakarta's identity. It is the place where the city began. When we walk through this area, we are walking through the early history of Jakarta. Behind the walls of Kota Tua, we find more than old buildings. We find story about how a city was built, how it adapted to change, and how its history is still present today. There is the architectural history behind the walls of Kota Tua. Thank you.